General, what go on, sir? Yo, easy yourself, let me feed that thing, dog. Easy. Me out here. But I walk on up in nice. Don't press no button in you before we did this. No press. Hey, easy now. Pilot rendering we here. I walk on this. Do that all lift up here now.
If a man want to come view the plane, man, $1,000 head, man. See there? Right pan it down. $1,000 head. See it there? Boat full up.
Alright, welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. Listen, if you believe half of what you have been hearing about this from local authorities and news entities, I would say to you that, I have the Brooklyn Bridge. I have transported it to Christiana in Clarendon, Manchester border, and I'm selling it for 100 Jamaican dollars. And if you have that money, you can get that bridge tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Oi! Alright, so first it was reported by Loop News that while the security forces are busy searching for persons who were on board a Cessna aircraft when it landed on White Sands Beach in Rocky Point, Clarendon on Saturday evening, sources from the area are indicating that they understand to actually happen was that while law enforcement so far have not been able to find the passengers for the aircraft. Now, sources told Loop News that 3 Hispanic men are now on the run. They're hunkering down from authorities in neighboring communities after surviving an emergency landing off the plane on the beach. People who were on the spot to assist the men said that there were 3 Hispanic-looking men. Not sure if they are Colombians or Mexicans, because I know them kind of look similar. When they, the residents, the people, the local Jamaicans, got to the plane, there was no cargo on the plane. Just one bag was on the plane, and it was full of gadgets. Several iPhone 12s, MacBook Pros, tracking devices, GPS systems, and another piece of equipment that they just couldn't really make out. Now, members of the security forces have been scouring the surrounding areas to find the men who are thought to have disembarked the plane. This while some locals were busy giving refuge to the foreigners. Another case of they escaped into nearby bushes. Okay, so men in the area gave them refuge for the first night, but word on the streets is that the 3 men paid them off, run a big piece of food, and cut, and gone to neighboring communities with a next set of man now because a pure police and soldier driving up and down the place looking for them. The plane had a Mexican flag on the inside, and number on the tail suggests that the plane itself was manufactured in Mexico. So no one knows if I lost the man them lost or what. It is unlikely that the fugitives would have ditched the plane deliberately because a plane like this is pretty expensive, and we're talking from anywhere low end of $75,000 to up end of $300,000. So someone not just gonna ditch that plane just like that. All right. So eyewitnesses now allegedly also reportedly said that the plane noticeably, when they climbed on the inside, and you've seen the video clips, they've been on the inside. They noticed that the plane was on empty, the tank. So people have said them run out of gas. But you know what? Think about this for a second. When I start my vehicle, both of my vehicles, when I start them, an older one and a newer model, when I start them, the vehicles lift from 0 or F or E as in empty on the tank to wherever the gas is. If that vehicle is off, the engine is shut down, non-operational, then that needle goes right back to E. So there's no possible way that they could have read that if that's the case on this plane, because once the engine is shut down, that needle would automatically have went back to E. So I don't know if the plane really run out of gas or not, but this is what people are giving their account. Those who were closer to the situation than I was, than me and you was. No passenger or cargo were reportedly seen on the plane or in any close vicinity of the plane. Several checks were subsequently made at nearby hospitals, but medical personnel reported that no one had arrived at their facility from the crash site. Investigations into the incident are right now ongoing, and like I said, they escaped in nearby bushes. That is the typical story in Jamaica. There are a lot of comments on Loop, but let me tell you something first. A big people business this here. Let me speak in codes for a second and say this. This is a cartel business, and we're not talking about Vibes Cartel. We're talking about another kind of cartel. Them kind of people there where you don't really call up them name and dig into them business too much, because them will send man come at your yard, come down, you, the family, and the dog, and the puss, and the chicken were in the yard. Them kind of something there. So you kind of stay far from them one year, but being that it's already out in the public, we can talk about it a little bit. So a couple of things, like witnesses said that they saw 2 men. There is one account of them saying they saw 3 men. Someone said that 2 of the men were dressed in pilot attire with the tie and the shirt and them kind of something there, and the jacket and them thing there. But they disappeared. Then both occupants escaped in nearby bushes. Nobody was found with the plane or anything. Hear what? When innocent people are riding in a plane and them plane take a different course, maybe it was dark out, the GPS lead them the wrong way, I don't know. When you're innocent and your plane crash in a somebody land, as long as it's not a land of cannibals where you have to run and fight for your life, or them are gonna nyam you, you normally stand where you're at on safe ground and hope that police and medical attention get to you so you can get back to your place. Just my honest assessment that probably the plane already came and dropped its load and was on its way back out when it ran into technical difficulties. That's just what I am thinking might have happened. But anyhow, see, a lot of people are saying, we already know what this is. Drugs, guns, and human trafficking, that is what that is. That is what people are saying. And people are also saying that the Jamaican government is definitely involved in this, because there is no way that these planes fly in our airspace and they're undetected. However, I want you to keep into consideration, remember recently, Norman Manley International Airport and our other airport, which is Donald Sangster's Airport in Montego Bay, are both under management by Mexican authorities. It is said in this, and I saw it, the Mexican flag inside of the plane. Now, the plane could have been used by Colombians from Colombia, but was manufactured in Mexico, so it had a Mexico flag on it. We don't know. But I'm just saying, just remember that Jamaicans, with Jamaica's best interest at heart, are not in control of our airports and airspace, which would give whoever is in control management of these facilities access to what is called air traffic control. That way, them people that can let in who they want to let in, and they can let out who they want to let out, and they can ignore who they want to ignore. Just a little something for you to think about. All right. Now, reports are that the interior of the plane had been modified and all the passenger seats, almost all passenger seats, were removed. What does that tell you? Because that tells me that they weren't carrying people. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. And here what? Talk up and talk your mind. And this one, I refuse to say too much more, but read in between the lines of what I just said. Yeah, man, same old thing. They say we are all idiots, but we have sense, I'm out. Peace.